118 days is crazy. It's gotten to the point where I'm actually sick of counting the days on the calendar. Like it feels good, but I was literally on the calendar adding up, okay, 29 plus 31, so it's a good feeling, to even be able to get to this point where I have to count the days on the calendar because I used to feel like when I was releasing, I used to feel like a week felt like a fucking eternity. Even 3 days felt like a long time. That's how overly sexually stimulated I was, and most men are as well. So it's a good feeling. But I'm getting to the point where in a couple of days it will have been 4 months that I've been retaining. So now I'll be able to, if this keeps up, I can just maybe I'll make a new update every month or something like that, and I can just say, okay, I've hit 5 months, 6 months. But I'm getting just amazed by each day that I'm able to retain, and the urges they have not been um, intense. Actually, I haven't really had too many urges since the last video. And I think the reason for that is um, I imagine I'm learning to transmute the energy. Like I went to the gym today because I've just fallen off. My diet has kind of gotten a little worse, but I'm able to kind of shift back into um, a fasting state. Like I haven't eaten anything today. I just had coffee, so I've cleaned up my diet. I've done it so many times to where like okay, I can have something processed and it's not going to I won't completely fall off. Like, I can go back into eating something healthy like a fruit smoothie or some vegetables or salad or something. So I feel like I have a lot more discipline this time. But yeah, the urges, I haven't had any lately. And one thing I noticed when I used to be more of a releaser, um, whenever I had feelings of resentment, and that usually would come from doing things you don't want to do, saying yes when I really mean no, or if there was if there was a situation where I needed to confront someone, but I decided to just hold it in or I held back, I would go to bed with that resentment, and then usually at night those urges would come up, which would be a trigger for me to release. So I don't think this will be the case for everybody, but for me, I know that one of the triggers for those sexual urges is when I would do something I didn't want to do. I would say it's just a misalignment between like what you say and what you actually do. A misalignment between like the mind, the body, and the physical, the mind, body, and spirit. But whenever there's a misalignment, I feel like those urges would kind of come up. But as you retain, those urges can still come up. They still can because you're building up all this energy. So, it's normal for them to come up, but you can amplify it by engaging in certain activities or eating a lot of processed foods. You're not taking care of your body if you're not exercising, or if you're kind of just coasting through the day. You're not really going throughout your day with a sense of purpose. So there are things that can amplify those sexual urges and make you want to release. Um, so that's where I'm kind of coming from. But on this journey, you're gonna go through some things. You're gonna go through it. But I haven't had any intense urges lately. So it's been pretty calm. I actually have been almost every morning I've been going out and grounding myself. I've been um, kind of going out with like no shoes on, just like feet in the dirt. And sometimes I would meditate outside, like I did this morning. I did some more grounding. I was kind of like up in the mountains, and I did some meditation there. So I definitely have become a lot more grounded. So I think that that's helping. The sleep, I'm still not quite getting the 8 hours. Even getting 7 hours would be great, but I'm still not getting the sleep that I was hoping to get. So therefore, it's harder to dream or remember my dreams. So that's something I'm still working on, but I just have to stop eating at night. I still have like the lunches at night, so if I can maybe stop eating by 7 p.m. or something, then I might be able to fall asleep faster because I realize it'll be a lot harder for my body to, um, I guess, a lot harder for me to maybe go into a deep sleep when my body is still processing all this food. The body's not going to be able to heal itself at night if you have all this. It can be protein, whatever. So I gotta make a better habit of not eating at night. But it's been good. Nothing really heavy or intense. Um, what I will say is I would have never gotten this far had it not been for the Sons of God community. It's a really great community. Everyone there is retaining, and if you are having problems with lust, I would get active in that group. There's no way you'll join that group and not overcome lust. There's no way you won't level up. So if you're used to doing it by yourself, you can only get to a week or 2 weeks. Being in a group of men in a group of retainers, you could extend that to 2 months or even longer than that because you're actually. I feel like the collective energy of the brotherhood kind of helps us all keep our energy up and keep our energy high. And we also have a bunch of men who will keep you there accountable and make sure that you're not engaging in any PMO activity. So get active in the community. There's a link below in the bio, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Just get in the brotherhood. Get yourself surrounded instead of trying to do it yourself. It's going to be a lot harder if you attempt to do it yourself and you're still engaging in porn and you're still masturbating excessively. It's a lot better to do it in a real brotherhood. So join the Sons of God community, and I'll see you guys in the next one.